परिचय एक यही, एक बार तुम्हें पा जाऊं मैं, अर्पण कर दूं जगती भर का सब प्यार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब प्यार तुम्हारे हाथों में। अब सौंप दिया इस जीवन का सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में। जब जब संसार का बंदी बन दरबार में तेरे आऊं मैं, जब जब संसार का बंदी बन दरबार में तेरे आऊं मैं, हो मेरे कर्मों का निर्णय सरकार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सरकार तुम्हारे हाथों में। अब सौंप दिया इस जीवन का सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में। हो मेरे कर्मों का निर्णय सरकार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सरकार तुम्हारे हाथों में। अब सौंप दिया इस जीवन का सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सरकार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सरकार तुम्हारे हाथों में। I'm happy to report that the streaming video system is going through Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and we are, hold a minute, we have a few hiccups this morning. Yes, Avinda? Can you all please go and sit on stage? Thank you. Quickly, quickly. आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। राजू आर्य समाज let Raju sit there and you sit on the other side. I'm going to bring you up later. Let's go. आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। महर्षि दयानंद ने आन में हमको जगाया, विष पी करके गया जगत को अमृत पिलाया। महर्षि दयानंद ने आन के हमको जगाया, विष पी करके गया जगत को अमृत पिलाया। जहर देने वाले से भी किया उसने प्यार था, किया उसने प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। कितने ही कष्ट आए मगर उनसे ना घबराया, लाठी छुरी गोली के आगे सीना अड़ाया। कितने ही कष्ट आए मगर उनसे ना घबराया, लाठी छुरी गोली के आगे सीना अड़ाया। आर्यों की फौज का वो योगी सरदार था, योगी सरदार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। हर तरफ आर्यों की बज रही धुन भी प्यारी, जय बोल रहे ऋषिवर की आज दिल से नर नारी। हर तरफ आर्यों की बज रही धुन भी प्यारी, जय बोल रहे ऋषिवर की आज दिल से नर नारी। ज्योति स्वरूप वे सुखों का भंडार था, सुखों का भंडार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा। अथ संध्योपासना विधि. We now begin our sandhya, our conversation with God, and in this conversation we meditate on ourselves, who we are, where we've come from, what we are supposed to be doing here, where we go when we leave here, and then we meditate on our God who made it possible for us to be born based on the cumulative effects of our actions, and then we focus on the world, on our relationship with the world of physical objects and the world of conscious living beings, whether human or animal. But we meditate on the sum total of this cosmic spectacle, and we try to find out what our place is in this whole operation, and how we can come out successful from this challenge. Om Namaste Satete Jagat Karanaya, Namaste Chite Sarvalokashayaya, Namo Dvaita Tattvaya Mukti माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Placing our right palm into our left palm, all of us all across this world, watching on Zoom, on YouTube, and on Facebook Live. Namaste. Come, Yogi, take this in there and let them put the YouTube program on my Facebook Live for me, please. Put this on Facebook Live. All of us placing our right palm into our left palm. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shanyo Rabhisravantu Naha. Touching our body limbs. Om Var Var Om Pranaha Pranaha Om Chakshuh Chakshuh Om Shrotam Shrotam Om Nabhi Om Hridayam Om Kantaha Om Shiraha Om Bahubhyam Yashovanam Om Karatalakara Prishne Om Bhuh Punatu Shirasi Om Bhuvah Punatu Netrayo Om Swaha Punatu Kante Om Maha Punatu Hridaye Om Janah Punatu Nabhyam Om Tapah Punatu Padayo Om Satyam Punatu Punah Shirasi Om Kham Brahma Punatu Sarvatra. Our two palms touching again, watch me. Oh, I'll use one, you use two. Om Bhu, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam, Om Bhu, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam, Om Bhu, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam. Om Ritanja Satyanja Bhitantapasodhyajayata Tato Ratayajayata Tatah Samudro Arnavaha Om Samudradarnavadadhi Samvatsaro Ajayata Ahoratrani Vidadhat Vishvasya Mishato Vashim Om Surya Chandramaso Dhata Yatha Purvam Kalpayat Devam Cha Prithivim Chantarikshamato Swaha. Om Prachidigatniradhipatirasito Rakshitadityayishvah Om Dakshinadi Indra Dhipatisthirashchiraji रक्षिता पितरैषवः ॐ प्रतीची दिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रिडाको रक्षितान्नमिषवः ॐ मुदीची दिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षितां शनिरीषवः ॐ ध्रुवा दिग्विष्णुरधिपतिः कल्माशग्रीवो रक्षितां विरुद्धैषवः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिबृहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् दृष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोचम्भे दधुमः ॐ तमसस्परि स्वः पश्यन्त उत्तरं देवं देवता सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उदुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदगादनीकं चक्षुर्वितस्य वर्णस्याग्नेः आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्यात्मा जगतस्तसृषश्च स्वाहा ॐ तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येमां शरदः शतं जीवेमां शरदः शतं शृणुयाम शरदः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदः शतम् अदीनः स्याम शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतात् भूयश्च शरदः शतात् भूयश्च शरदः शतात् अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरु मंत्रः. All of us all over the world, can we please clasp our palms and can we ask God for a sense of guidance, that He may guide us through all the entire Dikshanta ceremony that is about to commence, with people watching on from all over the world. Let the Hawan be performed in harmony with the objective behind the Dikshanta and graduation. Let all the instructors, the administrators, the registrars, the IT professionals managing and navigating this program on Zoom and YouTube and Facebook Live, let them all bring their skills and resources together with a sense of guidance coming from God, so that the world may see what Sanskrit education once properly channeled to the world fraternity, how Sanskrit education can bring a change in the way people think, in the way they speak, and in the way they act. Come, all of you, put your palms together. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. O soul of life, the holy King of kings, O God of all the regions high and low, O Lord of joy, whose glory nature sings, who shapes the earth and lets the mortals grow, we seek thy blessed feet to meditate upon thy glorious form of holy light, which drives away the gloom of sins we hate
and makes the souls of righteous people bright.
My heart, O Father,
meekly prays to thee,
to win thy grace to make me
good and wise,
and bless my mind
with knowledge full and free,
from dark and
and
vicious
vicious
thoughts
thoughts of sins and lies.
Yes, from dark and vicious
Vicious
thoughts
thoughts of sins and lies.
Yes, God, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. All of us, third and final time, clasping and closing wherever we are seated, whether in front of a Hawan Kunda, ready to begin to make offerings, or in front of your computer screens, wherever you are. Come join your palms with us here in Jamaica, Queens, New York City, and in Guyana, at the Guyana campus in Guyana, and let us chant the holy Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. He Ishvara Dayanidhe Bhavat
Kripayanena Japopasanadi karmana
Dharmartha
Kama mokshanam
Satyaha Siddhir
Bhavenyah.
Tata Ishwaram Namaskuryat. God, we can only look in one direction at any one given moment, Master, but you are in all directions watching me, right, left, and above and below, and all the directions. Oh God, smile upon me and bless me in my ambassadorial mission to take Sanskrit and Vedas to as many families as possible all across this globe. Let me become a member of the MDG board of workers and dedicated people who can execute programs, and let me help in whatever little way I can. God, I too would like to study Hindi and Sanskrit and Vedas and Sanskaras and yoga. And I too would like to go out there in a missionary mode and bring this refreshing message to all human beings, as many as I can come into contact with. I bow to you, God, oh God, and I tell you, Master, because of who you are in my life, I love you and I cherish you more than I love anyone else or cherish anything else in this big, wide world. All of us, Namaha Shambhavaya Cha. Om Namaha Shambhavaya Cha. Mayo Bhavaya Cha. Namaha Shankaraya Cha. Mayaskaraya Cha. Namaha Shivaya Cha. Shivataraya Cha. He Mangale Shashankara Mangal Karo Hamara Pavan Prakash Paye
Paramarth punya
Dara Parijnan Paya Pirado Avadhar Agadhani Teri Sharan mein aaya Hai Bhakt Yah Bhavani Ab Ant mein Prabhu ji तुमको नमन करे हम वेदों के ज्ञान द्वारा जीवन सफल करे हम जीवन सफल करे हम जीवन सफल करे हम. And now I bow to thee, O God of calm, O God of peace, and Lord of bliss divine. Thy grace supplies to burning hearts abound. Thy blessings in my right desire shine. I also thank thee for thy rule benign, thy kind protections, and thy blessings sweet, and those who are the dreaded foes of mine, I lay them humbly at thy gracious feet. Yes, God, I lay them humbly at thy gracious feet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Iti
Sandhyopasana vidhi samaptaha.
Namaste, world family of Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula. It is now 10 o'clock, and based on the program that the MDG Dikshant Committee supplied to me, this is the time that we sit for Hawan. May I ask all those who are graduates to sit around the kunda, and those who are not graduates to sit behind those at the kunda. The first preference is given to all those who are graduating today because it's a graduation ceremony. Children, can you all please stand? All of you please stand. All of you who are graduating, please sit around the kund. Pandita and Rauti will occupy the Pandit's position, and all of you will sit around. And those who are not graduating will sit behind them. Can you please be a bit quick? We are playing with time. Pandita and Rauti, can you? Yes. Oh. All of you first, can you stand in line for the Panchang? Please stand in line for the Panchang. Pandits, please stand in line for the Panchang. Om Tat Sat Shri Brahmano Dvitiya Prahararthe Vaivaswat Manvantare Ashtavinshatitame Kali Yuge Kali Prathama Charane Asmin Ananda Vikram Samvatsare
Bhadrapad
Mase
Krishna
Pakshe
Ravivasare Saptami Tithau Kritika Nakshatre Bhavakarani Vyaghan Yogi Queens Nagare New York Pradesh America Deshe Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula Arya Samaj Mandire Ayam Saptahika Satsangah Prarabhyate.
Hold a moment. Ayam Dikshant Yajnaha Prarabhyate. At this moment, this auspicious moment in the spectrum of time, this Dikshant Yajna, this graduation convocation ceremony now commences. Ayam Dikshanta Yajnaha Prarabhyate. Ayam Dikshanta Yajnaha Prarabhyate. Pandits, those graduating sit immediately around the kund, and those not graduating but are pandits sit behind the graduates. Could you please be a bit quick? Attachmanam. Why are you sitting here? Are you graduating? Did you write the exam? Well, then sit here. With your mic. Namaste. Yes. Sachin, join the Pandits and sit there. Take your mic, Amrita. Usha, if there's a mic there, take one. Pandita Leani, take one. I hope you have your mic, Kavita. All of you chorus me. Pandit Sachin, please tell me loud and clear whether you hear my mic. Last week we had a challenge. Nobody was hearing this mic on the streaming. Can you hear me, Pandit Sachin? Yes or no? I can't hear you. It's low. Avinda, they're hearing my mic, but a bit low. Can you please raise it up? Thank you. We had a challenge last week. and we hope to have it fixed this week. All of you, please, I thank all of you for coming out, even though it's pandemic time, COVID time. All of you responded to the invitation and you came out. Please place your right palm into your left palm, all of you. Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha. Amrita, you chant. Oh, Amrita, don't. Oh, you chant. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashaha Shrirmayi Shrihi Shrayatam Swaha. Athanga Sparshaha. Would all of you please, wherever you are, at your computer screens, whichever country you're in, whether America or Canada or whichever part of the world, would you please touch your body limbs and ask God for strength in your body limbs that you can execute your missionary work, your ambassadorial mission in taking Sanskrit and the knowledge of Sanskrit to as many families as possible. All of us touching. Om Vang Ma'asya. Om Nasorme
Pranoastu.
Om
Akshinorme Chakshurastu.
Om Karnayorme
Shotramastu.
Om Bahorme
Balamastu.
Om Urvorma
Ojoastu.
Om Arishtani Mengani Tanustanvame Sahasantu. Would all of you here and there, would you kindly clasp your palms? You may not want to close your eyes because you want to watch. It's fine, but can you please clasp your palms? Mal, can you hear me better now? Yes, no? Avinda, my mic is still not going across. Avinda, my mic is still not going across. Please, they're waiting to hear me. Can you hear Amrita's mic, Mal, yes or no? Oh, you can hear the mic very well now. Okay, he said he didn't change anything. Perhaps your system may not be up to standard. Let's go. Let's go, all of us, clasping. Om Vishwani Deva
Savitar Duritani Parasuva
Yad Bhadram
Tanna Asuva
Om Hiranyagarbha
Samavaritatagri Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asit Sadadhar Prithvi Dyamutema Kasmai Deva Yahavisha Vidhema Om Ya Atmada Baladayasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai
Devaya Havisha Vidhema Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva
Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Om Yaha Pranato Nimishrato
Mahitvaika Idraja Jagato Babhuva Yaishe Yasya
Dvipadashchatushpadaha
Kasmai Devaya Havisha
Vidhema
Om
Yena Dyaurukra Prithvi Chadridham Yena Swahastabhitam Yena Nakaha Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha Kasmai Devaya
विधेमा ॐ प्रजापते नत्वदेतान्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयो ॐ सनो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता धामानि वेदभुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास्त्रितीये धामन्नध्येरयन्त ॐ अग्नेन यस्सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुरानमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधेमा। हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति करता समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर, आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याण कारक गुण कर स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ हैं वे सब हमको प्राप्त कराइए। O Deva Savitar, O Creator of this universe, O radiant cause of all manifestations, today we sit in this beautiful mandir here in Jamaica, Queens, New York City. We sit at the Guyana campus of Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula in Guyana, and we sit at multiple computer screens and device screens all over the world, approximately 250 people or even a bit more. And we are watching this Gurukul Dikshanta Samaroha. We are watching this Gurukul graduation convocation ceremony. And as we chant the mantras, O God, we ask that you take away from our experience all that is difficult and stressful and challenging, and give unto us, Master, all that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious. Itishwara Stuti Prarthanopasana Prakaranam Atha Swasti Vachanam Om Agnimede Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Ritvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatam Om Sanah Piteva Sunave Agne Supayano Bhava Sachaswanah Swastaye Om Swasti Pantham Anucharema Surya Chandrama Savi Punardadata Gnata Janata Sangame Mahi Iti Sankshepatah Swasti Vachanam Atha Shanti Karanam Sham 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 Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace and only peace may descend in the hearts of every graduand, everyone graduating today, and even those who are not graduating but who plan to register for and study multiple courses offered on the platform, the Zoom platform of Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula, MDG. Bring peace in our lives, O God, as we take the message of Sanskrit wisdom to as many homes as possible and to as many human hearts as possible. May we be successful in inspiring a smile on their faces. All of us. Om Shanna Indragni Bhavatam Avobhi Shanna Indra Varuna Ratah Shamindra Soma Suvitaya Shanna Indra Pushana Vajasata Om Shanna Somo Bhavatu Brahma Shanna Shanno Gravana Shamusantu Yajya Shanna Swaruna Mitayo Bhavantu Shannah Praswaha Shamvastu Vedi Atha Shiva Sankalpa Mantraha. Come down one scale. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. May my mind be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts and ideas, O God. When I go out there on my missionary crusade, when I teach people on the platform of MDG, Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula, may the beauty and character and benevolence in my mind be reflected in the smile on my face, and may I motivate my students to learn and to learn and to learn and to one day teach someone else. All of us clasping. Om Yajagrato
Nuramudayati
Tadu Suptasya
Tathaivaiti
Durangamam
Jyotisham Jyotirekam
Tanme
Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu.
Om Abhayam Mitra
Abhayam Amitra
Abhayam
Jyatan Abhayam Paroksha
Abhayam Nattam
Abhayam Divanaham
Sarvasha
Mama Mitram Bhavantu Sarvasha Mama Mitram Bhavantu
Iti Sankshepatāh
Shanti Karanam
Athagni
Pradipanam.
Will all of you please stand? Rohan, would you and Kumo and Ajay please bring that big picture of Rishi Dayanand from the back? You have to lift it up. Raju, show them how to. Lift it up and bring it up in front. Gurukul sikha raha hai. Tara Jagdish, give Kaviraj that mic. Let him put it on his tabla. Gurukul sikha raha hai.
Sukha Shanti Prapt Karna Gurukul Sikha Raha Hai. Gurukul Sikha Raha Hai. Gurukul
On the stage.
Sikha Raha Hai. Sukha Shanti Prapt
Avinda,
Karna
focus on this photograph. Gurukul sikha raha hai.
Gurukul sikha raha hai. Sukh shanti prapt karna Gurukul sikha raha hai.
Shruti aur darshanon ki
विज्ञान
वाटिका में
आनंद से विचलना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है सुख शांति प्राप्त करना गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है गुरुकुल सिखा रहा है.
Om, you can take it back. Getting the fire kindled, Pandita Sunita and Pandita Indravati. Can you all arrange for the fire now to be kindled with the relevant mantras? Would all of you please watch on? Bhai Rabinath, please send me a note on Zoom whether we are on time in terms of the schedule. I'm trying to follow the schedule. Go one scale up. Clasping your palms, everybody. This is a great day in the evolving image and history of Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula worldwide. Even without the building being completed in Guyana, the Gurukula has commenced. Today, more than 250 people will be graduating from multiple courses organized and delivered by Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula on Zoom. I have a team of, we have a team of dedicated IT staff people, instructors, administrators, located right now on computer screens, and some who are here physically in Jamaica, Queens, New York City. We have an appreciable turnout of devotees, Gurukul devotees. In these pandemic times, this is a very decent turnout. All of us. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha. Watch how the fire is being placed in the Hawan Kund. Oh God, when will the flame of your wisdom be kindled and placed in the kunda of my heart? Om Bhur Bhuvah Swardyoriva Bhumna Prithviva Varna Tasyaste Prithvi Devaya Jali Prishte Nimannad All of you in United States, Canada, Bangladesh, India, Guyana, Trinidad, Suriname, Mauritius, wherever you are, I hope I didn't leave a country out. Would you please fan this fire from where you're watching? Om Udbudhya Swagni Pratijagri Tvamishta Purte Samsrijit Hamayan Asmin Sadhaste Adhyutarasmin Bow, all of you bow. Om Devascha Yajamanascha Silata Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nidhyasva Vardhasva Che Dhavardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagne Jata Vedase Idam Namama Om Samidhagnim Duvasyata Krita Bodhayata Titim Asmin Havya Johotarna Susamidhaya Shochishe Kritam Tivram Johotarna Agnaye Jata Vedase Swaha Idam Agnaye Jata Vedase Idam Namama Tattva Samidhirangiro Gritena Vardhayamasi Brihachochaya Rishtaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Angirase Idam Namama Atapanchakrita 5 times we will surrender the sum total of ourself unto this flame of God's wisdom. Our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our inclinations, our actions, our interactions, and our reactions. We will surrender everything unto this flame of God's wisdom. All of us. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chedha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadyena Samedhaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Jata Vedase Idam Namama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste
ध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेतवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा
इदमग्नये जातवेदसे
इदन्नमम
ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा
जातवेदस्तेने ध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेतवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमम ॐ अयन्त इद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्तेने ध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेतवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमम. Fifth and final time. Let's go, all of us. All of you chanting fifth and final time. Ayanta idma atma. Here's the sum total of myself, being surrendered unto you, O frame of wisdom. All of us. Om ayanta idma atma jata vedastene yasva vardhasva chetavardhaya चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमम. Four of you, Pandita Indrauti, Pandita Sunita, Dr. Nicole, and Pandita Padmini, please stand. Four sprinklings, four sprinklers, east, west, north, and all directions. Bend down. Om Adite Anumanyaswa. Om Anumate Anumanyaswa. Om Saraswati Anumanyaswa. Om Deva Savitah Prasuvayajam Prasuvayajpatim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharvah Ketapu Ketannaha Punatu Vachaspatir Vachannaha Swaratu. Take the ghee container, the same people in the same order. Four offerings, four offerers. North, south, and center. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idannamama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idannamama. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Idannamama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idannamama. Achakrita Samagri Ahutayaha. Om. Sunita's side continue offering ghee, and Yud's side may now begin offering samagri. Join each other's hand if you cannot reach. All of you, if you're having your kunda, it is now ghee and samagri. Om. Om Surya Jyotir Jyoti Surya Swaha. Om Surya Varcha Jyotir Varcha Swaha. Om Jyoti Surya Surya Jyoti Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajurushasendra Vatya Joshanah Suryo Vetu Swaha. Raju, I don't mean for Avinda to take your spot. You're there together with him. Avinda will come today. He's going to get married soon. It all will be left in your hands. So you stand next to him, son. Where are we? Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajurusha Sendravadya Jushanah Suryo Vetu Swaha Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotiragni Swaha Om Agnir Varcha Jyotir Varcha Swaha Om
Agnir Jyotir Jyotiragni
Swaha Om Sajur Devena
Savitra
Sajuratrendra Jushano Agnirvetu
Swaha
Om Bhuragnaye Pranaya
Swaha Idamagnaye Pranaya Idam Namama
Om Bhurvayave Panaya
Swaha
Idam Vayave Panaya
Idam Namama
Om Svaradityaya Vyanaya
Swaha
Idam Adityaya Vyanaya
Idam Namama
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaragni Vayavadityebhyah Pranapana
Vyanebhyah Swaha
Idam Agni Vayavadityebhyah
Pranapana Vyanebhyah Idam Namama
Om Apo Jyotiraso
Amritam
Brahma Bhurbhuvah
Swarom Swaha
Om Yam Medham
Devagana
Pitarascho
Vasate
Tayama Madhya Medhayagane
Medhavinam Kuru Swaha
Om Vishwani Deva
Savitar
Duritani
Parasuva
Yadbhadram Tanna
Asuva Swaha
Om Agne Daya Supatharaya
Yasma
Vishwani Deva
Vayunani Vidva
Yuyodhyasmat Johoran
Nameno
Bhuyishtante
Namoktim Vihema Swaha
Atha Purnahuti Rupa
Agharavajya Bhagavutaya
I will now look at some comments on Zoom while all of you are chanting Om Agnaye Somaya. I'm looking for a comment from Bhai Rabinath to say whether we are on schedule. Please let me see. At 9:46 a.m. Avinda. At 9:46, someone is saying we can't hear Bhaiji. It may be an old comment. Can you please, because we had this problem last week, can you please verify? Mal, can you hear me now? Yes or no? You're muted, Mala. I can't hear you, Mala.
Yes, Guruji, I can hear you well.
Okay. Somebody says at 9:48 the audio is low. Perhaps that's an old comment. Bhai Rabinath, please tell me if I am on schedule, if I'm following the schedule. Let's go. Om Agnaye
Swaha Idam Agnaye Idam Namama Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idam Namama Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idam Namama
Om Bhuragnaye
Swaha Idam Agnaye Idam Namama Om Bhuvarvayave Swaha Idam Vayave Idam Namama Om Swaradityaya Swaha Idam Adityaya Idam Namama
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaragni Vayavadityebhyah Swaha Idam Agni Vayavadityebhyah Idam Namama.
My mic just lost battery. Whoever did it last week did not put it on today. Charger, but that's okay. We can live with that. Mal, can you hear me now? I'm using a different mic. Can you hear me now with another mic? Low. You hear low. They're hearing this one low. This is the best we can do. I was praying to God for there to be no hiccups, but we're having a few. What to do? It's all Vikrant's fault. We will end the Hawan, and then we'll go straight into the graduation exercise. Swishtakadahuti. Whatever we have done in this course, as we organize this course, if there's anything we did that we shouldn't have done, if we hurt the feelings of anyone as we executed the Gurukul program, may God give us the intellect and understanding not to repeat those flaws, and may we carry on with what we are supposed to do. May there be forgiveness from one to the other. May there be forgiveness from me to you and from you to me, so that the program of teaching and learning, the program of researching and executing publications may go on. Om yadasya karmanotyadiricham Yadvanyunamiha karam Agnishtat swishtakrit vidyat sarvam swishtam suhutam karotu me Agnaye swishtakrite suhutahute
sarvaprayashchittahutina
Kamanam
samardhayatre
sarvannaha
kamat samardhaya swaha
Inamagnaye swishtakrite
idan namama
Om Prajapate Swaha Idam Prajapataye
idan namama.
Wherever we are, whether here or there, whether in front of our devices or of laptops or desktops, can all of us please stand for the final offerings? Clasping our palms, a semester has come to an end. The June semester at the end of August, the May to August semester has now come to an end. May there be perfection for us now. May there be perfection for us in the future. And may our degree of perfection be augmented more and more, O God. Om, bow all of you. Sarvam ve purnam
Swaha.
Om sarvam ve purnam
Swaha.
Om sarvam ve purnam
Swaha.
Can all of you children with your Angochakam stand up in front? All of you Pandits join with them in standing up in front. Can you please be quick? One straight line. Help me, Pandita Sunita. One straight line across. And would you open up your palms? Even if you make the line long. All of you in front of your computer screens, please open up your palms this way in front of the computer. Om Tanupagneyasi Tanvam me pahi Om Ayurda Agneyasi Ayurvede Om Varchoda Agneyasi Varcho me dehi
Om Agniyan me tanva Unam tanma
Raju
Om Medha me deva Savita dadhatu Om Medha me devi Saraswati dadhatu Om Medha me ashvino Deva vadhattam pushkarasraja
Om Vakchama
Apyayatam Om Pranashchama Apyayatam Om Chakshushtama Apyayatam Om Shotram Chama Apyayatam
Om
Yashobalam Chama Apyayatam
Om Bhurbhuvah
Swaha Abhishunah Sakhina Avita Charitrena
Shatam
Bhavasyudaye Shatam Bhavasyudaye Shatam Bhavasyudaye
Iti Agni
Hotram.
Iti Agni
Hotram.
Iti Agni.
Hotram.
Namaste worldwide Gurukul family. Namaste all of you here in Jamaica, Queens, New York City. Namaste to every one of you holding on to a phone device, watching this program, or looking at a laptop screen or a desktop screen, or even an iPad, whatever you're looking at. The world of technology has progressed tremendously, and all of you are in some way connected with each other, with all of us. We thank you very much. If you have taken this course and you're graduating today, about 250 of you, thank you very much. If you, by any means, you did not take the course, or you did not take the exam, or your name might not be called today, may you be motivated to act otherwise, so that when you take the course, the next trimester begins first week in September, different countries, different dates. May you join one of these classes. Namaste with all of you children now. Go and sit on the chairs, all the pundits. Sit on the chairs, and I'm now going to move this mic to Chitra and Bhai Rabinath to advise me what goes on based on the program. I don't know if it is Rabinath or Pandit Vikrant or Chitra, my sister Chitra, or Mala or Sachin or whoever it is. Would all of you, somebody please advise me. In the meantime, we're going to have a breather with a song, Swagata Sabajan. We have 5 minutes. We had until 10:45 to complete this Hawan. It is now 10:40. Swagata Sabajan is mandir ho
Bhakti Swati ki dhaar, Sundar sumadhur गान हमारो, रंजन सब नर नार। स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो। समाज नमस्ते भावे, वेद प्रकाश लखार, खंड पखंडा होत लखावे, ज्ञान जगत उजियार, ओ ज्ञान जगत उजियार। सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन सब नर नार। स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो, भक्ति स्वाति की धार।
Avinda.
स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो। भेद को भावन दूर भगावी, आय यहाँ पर प्यार। देव दयानंद प्रेम विवेक, विश्व रहे एकता, ओ विश्व रहे एकता। सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो, रंजन सब नर नार।
right, the registrar Chitra will now advise me who comes on to navigate this aspect of the program. What I believe is going to happen is that names will be called. I can't see the program here when I come on with the graduation address. If this is the time or later after the names have been called, what happens now? Yes. May I suggest you speed up the program, and whatever time is left at the end, then we'll take it up otherwise with a few bhajans. Let us, what you had in mind, planned after the bhajans, can we come on with that now? Because most of your people... Pujaniya Prabhu Hama. Let Dada Raju play this one for us, son. Raju, come. Come. Come, Raju. We have an appreciable turnout here given pandemic times. Very nice. Bhai Abhi is here from the United Arya Samaj Federation. Bahin Sati, the General Secretary, is here. Is Devi here? Devi. Bahin Sati and Bhai Abhi, Bhai Jitendra Abhi, two ranking officers of the United Arya Samaj Federation, and they are also graduates. They're occupying two roles today. They're here, and we will involve them too. We're happy that our umbrella organization, the United Arya Samaj Federation, and if I'm not mistaken, the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha of America, if at all we can say that you're represented, may I? Yes, they are also here. All of our umbrella, two main umbrella organizations are here, and they're here to bless and encourage us. Pujaniya Prabhu Hamare Bhava
उज्जवल कीजिए
छोड़
देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गावे जाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मन सारे शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधाधिक रचाए यज्ञ फल उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञादि हम करते रहे रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज्ञ से नर नारी की लाभकारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो ईदन मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार
Class palms, all of us. Worldwide. World Gurukul Arya Samaj Fraternity, clasp your palms and say, Haath jod jhukaye mastak. We clasp our palms and we bow our heads, O God, and we ask you, Nata Karuna, Rupa Karuna, O God, let your Karuna and compassion be showered upon us as we move ahead to a new trimester beginning September and ending in December. All of us. Haath jod jhukaye mastak
वंदना हम कर रहे
नाथ
करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव जवन कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए.
Thank you all very much. God bless everybody. I see we have 149 people with us in attendance on Zoom. I don't know how many people are on YouTube, and I don't know how many people are on Facebook. And I will now invite one of the officials of the MDG who will be navigating this part. I suppose I will only come in with the keynote address, the graduation address. I'm waiting for word from somebody in Canada to tell me what goes on now.
We would welcome your convocation speech now.
Okay. Brothers and sisters all over this world, we are now halfway in what you call the Dikshanta Samaroha, in the graduation convocation exercise. And at this point in time, I will execute the role of an Acharya, not merely Satish Prakash, but Satish Prakash with an office, a role, a function of the Acharya. My task is to, as Director of Studies, to overlook the entire program of studies that Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula has worked out for people at large. We have Hindi at 2 different levels. We have Sanskrit, 4 different levels. We have yoga. We have Tarka Bhasha, the language of logic, and we had also Panchang and Jyotish and astronomy, and perhaps 1 or 2 other courses. In many universities in India, more so in Banaras Hindu University, in Varanasi, and Gurukul Kangri University in Haridwar, one run by Sanatan Dharam and one run by the Arya Samaj. And there may be other universities too, not necessarily Gurukulas, but universities, when their students dress a certain way, and when they come all freshened and smiling, waiting, and they all participate in Hawan, Om Agnaye Somaya Prajapataye Indraya Swaha. And when the chancellor of the university asks the various deans of the various departments to read the names proudly of those who have worked hard and who studied and who wrote the qualifying exams and who have now passed and are going to be given a document certifying their scholarship at this level and in this field. Oh my God, they hear their name with pride. And those whom they invited, their mom, their dad, their brother, their sister, their grandparents, their friends, their neighbors, to come listening, their heart too swells with pride. And they wonder, how is it that these people sat here for 10 hours? That's how we have narrowed down our courses, small courses, of not long duration, sat for 10 hours, did the homework, was overlooked, was overseen by the teacher, and then ultimately took an exam and rattled his brains to get the right answer. Sometimes he felt it was right, sometimes he felt it was wrong. But whatever that person submitted as the answers came out to give him a qualifying grade. As I said many times in the past, I graduated from 2 universities, one in Guyana and one in India. And the Guyana University had also a convocation address, a graduation address, a Dikshanta Bhashan, as a convocation address. And the great national poet of Guyana, Martin Carter, was invited by the university administration to deliver the convocation address. And I'm not putting him down, he was a scholar. But I was graduating that day, and I thought that I spoke, read, and write, and communicated English well. And the point I'm trying to make, I did not understand what he said. And I'm making this general point for all universities in the West. Many times you do not understand what the motivation is in the convocation address. But listen to Vedic India, all of you. Listen to Vedic Sanatan Arya Hindu India. When the Acharya sits on the Brahmasan, where I'm seated now, and he gives a convocation address, he says some very simple things that have far-reaching consequences. And this is what he says. Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayan ma pramadaha. First 3 sentences of the convocation address. Speak the truth, walk the path of rectitude, and never give up what you have studied here in this university, in this Gurukul. Never give up reviewing what you learned so you can always know it. And when the time comes for you to pass on this knowledge to the next generation, you will do that with a sense of knowledge. You will know this knowledge at your fingertips, and you will deliver it. Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayan ma pramadaha. Matridevo bhava. Go out in society and treat your mother as goddess. Matridevo bhava, pitridevo bhava, acharya devo bhava, atithi devo bhava. Treat your mom as a reflection, an undistorted reflection of God's qualities. Treat your father also as an undistorted reflection of God's qualities. Treat your teacher, your guru, your acharya the same way, as reflecting God's qualities, because he who loves God, and as much as he loves God, he loves his guru, his acharya, his teacher, despite him having flaws in character. But because he executes his function of giving knowledge, treat him as an undistorted reflection of God's quality, because God was the first teacher of all mankind when he released Vedic wisdom 1.9 billion years ago to the first human beings who were born asexually. So treat your mother, your father, your teacher, and also a guest, and especially a monk guest, a sannyasi guest who comes rapping at your door looking for some hospitality. Treat that monk guest also as a bringer of God's qualities to your heart and to the hearts of all those living in your home. Esha adeshaha, this is the command. Esha upadeshaha, this is the instruction. Esha Vedopanishad, this is the secret doctrine of the Ved. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. Anybody who loves God, and as much as he loves God, he loves his guru. Tasyaite kathita hirthaha, in his heart, all the teachings that were given to him, they shine on his face. Tasyaite kathita hirthaha prakashante mahatmanah, and in that teaching shining on his face, and in conviction coming to his voice, and in a sparkle coming to his eyes, and in his body language being positive, mahatmanah, he becomes a soul of high caliber. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasyaite kathita hirthaha prakashante mahatmanah tam vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Discover this knowledge, O all of you in this world listening. Look what Zoom has done for us. Zoom has brought all of us in contact with the entire big world, the endless world of human beings. O mankind, tam vidhi, gather that knowledge, pranipatena, by bowing to the teacher, pariprashnena, by asking him questions, and sevaya, by serving him after the teaching session. O mankind, soon the whole gamut of reality will be released in your heart. O mankind, then the entire spectrum of reality will soon be released in your heart, for which you need to be honorable with your teacher while you're being honorable with God. When you worship God, you also honor your teacher. O mankind, Esha Adeshaha, this is the command. Esha Upadeshaha, this is the instruction. Esha Vedopanishad, this is the secret doctrine of the Veda. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace unto all of us from our inner self, from the outside world, and from the atmosphere up there. May you and I enjoy peace. That being said, I hand the mic back to Bhai Rabinath, who I believe is now coordinating this part of the program. Bhai Rabiji. Let me say it loud so the world can hear. We will now begin reading the names of the graduating students. Can you bring up the list so I can see it? So in the event of any instructor being unable to read the names because of a loss of connectivity, I will see the names here and I will sit in for that instructor. But before you do, Bhai Rabi, can you hear me well?
Yes, Guruji, we can hear you well.
There are some people like Tirande in Guyana who said that the volume is a little low. Tirande, Betty, yes or no, can you hear us well?
Guruji, I think the volume fluctuates a little bit.
My volume fluctuates. Avinda, the volume fluctuates now and again. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Bhai Rabinath.
Yes, Guruji, at this point in time it is good. So I think by the grant we're good to go. If you could show the first slide.
Sure. I'm sharing so you should be able to see the slide, Guruji. Before we begin this title slide, you can see I wanted to, on behalf of. Are you able to?
Yes, I have to take off my mic because then it goes into an echo. So I'm going to take off my mic until I hear you say you're ready for me to get involved again.
Okay. So, Guruji, this is the title slide. I think you can see it on behalf of Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula, on behalf of all the students and the instructors. We sincerely want to, and we give you a hearty thanks and deep felt appreciation for the knowledge that you have given us. Without you, this Gurukul wouldn't have been possible. This knowledge that you have disseminated to us wouldn't have been possible. So it is, the institution, the organization, Adi Samaj, today is growing because of your efforts alone, and you have enabled all of us to take the helm and really become teachers when some of us didn't think that we would be able to. And with that, I want to say that some of us have moved on and are able now to proudly say that we have a certificate, or we will be receiving a certificate. So those who graduated from any of the classes that we had mentioned, Hindi 100, Hindi 200, Sanskrit 100 classes this semester, including Yajus and Scott class and the yoga class, for this semester you'll receive a certificate of distinction, which is shown here. You should be able to see that. This is an example of what you will be receiving shortly. And
Can you all hear?
see, and so these are the courses, of course, that Guruji taught. Hitopadesh, Manusmriti, Sanskrit 100, 200, 300, and Yajus and Scott. And it is not just the courses that we're dealing with in this, the courses we're dealing with in this semester were Sanskrit 100 and Yajus and Scott, but of course Guruji continues to inspire us with his
Pandita, I have it here. If your device is, you have it here. Read your names.
Thank you. This is Hindi 100's graduating students, 2021. Almail Murugan, Dr. Amrita Mulchand, Tanraji Hemraj, Geeta Ramjatan, Gauri Tulsi, Hema, Caroline Narayan, Indira Prasad, Indira Sakraj, Indra Ram Prasad, Jagdish Maharaj Haripal, Jasodra Prasad, Dr. Kaushilya Prasad, Lakshmi Baburam, Netram Lachana, Dr. Nicole Bisasar, Nirvani Singh, Parmi Bhagwandin, Pradeep Singh, Pandita Mala Prakash, Radhika Kazim, Savitri Haripal, Somati Anjani Prasad, Somati Das, Surajpal Sumer, Yashoda Haripal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pandita Dhanraji. Go ahead, Bhai Vikrant, Pandit Vikrant.
Thank you, Pandita Indravati. That was the graduating students from Hindi 100. Now we move to Hindi 200, and I'll read out the list of graduating students we had. Dr. Amrita Mulchand, Aarti Popia, Aruna Ramkalavan, Bonita Blair, Chandreshwar Singh, Chitra Singh, Indira Sukraj, Jas Suchit, Leshmukh Maharaj, Muldio Krishan Mahato, Pandita Mala Prakash, Dr. Meenavati Singh, Pandita Tara Devi Sirkisun, Ratna Singh, Sandra Rampal Herman, Seema Ramkilavan, Tejvati Ramprasad, Tushar Shah, Usha Thakur, Ushar Mulchand, Vidya Umadas, and Vinita Ramkalavan. And now, having read those names, we move on to the graduating students from the Hindi Sanskrit 100 from Bangladesh. I don't know if they're here online able to read or.
Namaste, Guruji.
Either it is Pranta, Partha, or Amyotosh. We had 3 teachers in Bangladesh. Who is there?
Guruji, I'm Amyotosh.
Amyotosh, go ahead and read your name, son.
Okay, Guruji, the graduates from Bangladesh, Sanskrit 100 courses are Abir Kundu, Oditi Das Nishi, Amitabh Rai Chaudhuri, Amlan Kanti Dhar, Onik Das, Anupam Haldar, Arjun Chandra Shil, Arna Devnath, Arpam Devnath, Arup Kumar Das, Ayan Kumar Chanda, Badal Bonik, Joy Kumar Sharma, Jaya Sen, Kaushik De, Kamal Chandra Rai, Lipton Das, Abhijit Chakraborty, Pallav Sen, Parthapratim Sarkar, Shima Sarkar, Shitesh Chandra Rai, Shobhik Mandal Joy, Shubhajit Saha, Sanjay Chakraborty, Sohardha Sadhu Khan, Saurav Arya Joy, Swarnali Baral, Tuhin Chandra Das.
Thank you very much, Roy Akash Amyotosh, one of the Sanskrit teachers, helped by Pranta and also by Partha Kundu. Pranta Dash Gupta Setu and Partha Kundu. They did a magnificent job in teaching Sanskrit to the Bangladeshi students. Over to you, Pandit Vikrant.
Ji Guruji, and so now we move to Sanskrit 100 in Guyana. The instructors were Pandita Dhanraji Hemraj and Pandita Chandravati Saran.
Who will be reading the names?
Namaste, Raji.
Is this Chandravati or Dhanraji?
Namaste.
Go ahead.
Namaste, everyone. Graduating students for Sanskrit 100 in Guyana, Devani Singh, Gautam Bechu, Janita Kemraj, Jasmati Besesar, Kishana Arya Tejram, Kishanti Alvina Tejram, Poojalam, and Rowena Bachu. Thank you.
Thank you, Pandita Dhanraji. Pandit Vikrant.
Ji Guruji, now we move to Sanskrit 100 in India, and the instructor was Amit Arya. I don't know if he's online. but
Acharya
Guruji-
Amit, are you online? Yes or no?
Guruji, you reading this for him, please.
Let me ask first if he's there. Amit, are you there? Yes or no? Connectivity. All right, I will read in his place. The students graduating from the Sanskrit 100 class conducted by young Acharya Amit Kumar Arya from Gorakhpur. The names are Akash Arya, Brijesh Kumar, Chandan Kumar, Chandrasekhar Kumar, Dharmendra Kumar, Dhruvajyoti Gangopadhyaya, Himanshu Ranjan, Monu Kumar, Narendra Bhure, Nimbark Janvi Hiren Kumar, Nimbark Khyati Hiren Kumar, Saraswati Kumari, Shalini Kumari, Snehalata, Sonu Kumar, Dr. Subhash Kumar, Vijay Ratan Vaidya, and Vishal Saini. Those are the names of the students who graduated Sanskrit 100 under the tutorship of Acharya, young Acharya Amit Kumar.
Thank you, Guruji. And now we move to Sanskrit 100 in Mauritius. The instructors were Pandita Arti Popia, Pandita Shobha Rai, and Ratna Singh.
Who will read the names? Pandita Arti, are you there? Mauritius?
Yes, Guruji, I'm here. I'll be reading the names.
Go ahead.
Namaste, everyone. The graduating students from Mauritius are Avinash Raghu, Darvish Chitan, Dinesh Harosi, Indravati Uli, Kavita Revati Gudar, Davanka Vashidevi Jingor, Madhushri Phuli, Namrata Matabadal, Naren Matabadal, Pavani Ramsaha, Pratima Matabadal, Priyambada Ramprosan, Dr. Rashni Matabadal, Satyabhama Ramprosan, Sivchan Lachma, Surendra Popia, Vaishali Ramprosan, Varuna Ramigad. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Pandita Arti Paupia. Go over to you, Pandit Vikrant.
Ji Guruji, now moving from Sanskrit 100, we come to your hometown of New York, and we have the instructors for the course were Dr. Nicole Bisesar and Pandita Dhanraji Hemraj.
Dr. Nicole, would you please come forward and read the name of your graduating students?
Namaste everyone and congratulations students. Kiran Sundar, Mirhawani Rao, Samadarsana Chand Rao.
Thank you. 3 students. Stand right there. Stand here. She came, she sat, she learned, and she has now retaught. She deserves a round of applause. Give her. She's new to Gurukul. She doesn't know all the traditions as yet, but she's getting there. Give her a second round of applause. Thank you, Beti. You may go. Over to you, Pandit Vikrant.
Thank you, Guruji. Now we move to Sanskrit 100 in Toronto. The instructors were Shiv Shivanand and Vidya Umadas.
Who will read the names?
Shiv is here, Guruji.
Shiv also, I'm sorry I don't have him here. He came. Wakanam, Essequibo Islands, Toronto. He came, never knew of Gurukul, sat humbly, learned, and taught. My sister, Big Didi, never wanted to sit in the class because she's of the opinion she can't learn anymore because of her age. But she sat, she learned, she took the exam, she passed, and today she's graduating. Go ahead, Shiv.
Gurukrupahi Kevalam, Toronto Sanskrit 100 graduating students are Prasandesh Singh, 75 years old, Indira Singh, Indira Sakraj, 74 years old, Krishna Kumari Matadin, Lilawati Tarachandra, 80 years old, Margaret Ramru, Pandey Chitram, Sarah Jenny Bradston. Want to make a point here. This is a Caucasian person. I believe is the only Caucasian person in the entire graduating set of students. And last but not least, Vijay Su. Namaste, Dhanyavad.
I don't know if you are hearing properly because of audibility. All are not young people. Some are in their, a few are in their late 70s and one in the early 80s. And also, all are not East Indians. One or two are blacks. I don't like to use that term. And one or two are whites. I don't like to use that term. Sanskrit at one time belonged to East Indian Hindus. It has crossed the ethnic border and gone across way into other communities. It is only fair that you Hindus and East Indians wake up. There's nothing to tell you that you cannot study Sanskrit. You all can. This seat here, occupied by a certain gentleman named Satish Prakash, will not have Satish Prakash forever. There's going to come some day his knees wouldn't work, his hands wouldn't work, his brains would not work, and he would not come here anymore. What would you do at that time? If only we had learned. It is not late. If my DD 74, 75 years old can learn, you all can learn. All of you can learn. And I'm not speaking only to this group, but to people outside listening. Next, Pandit Vikrant.
Ji Guruji, we come to your course now, the Yajna Sanskar Psychology and Philosophy course. Given that you had such a large list of students, they wouldn't fit on one slide. So I had to break the slide into 2 pages. So if you're able to see it, Guruji, you can read it. And then once you get down to the end, then just let me know and I'll switch over to the next slide.
In the history of my teaching career, this was the best course I ever taught. In the history of my teaching career, this is the best course I ever taught. And someone from Sydney, Australia, when the course ended and the next Friday came, he sent a note, I am missing something today. He sent a note, I am missing something today. They listened and they had to do a written part and an oral part where they had to chant verses and send them to my WhatsApp. And I heard them and I scored them. These are the people who are graduating. Ajit Ramadas, Tasmania next to Australia. Almail Murugan, Amrita Prasad, Amrita Singh, our own Amrita. Anika Lachman, come. Where is she? These children, you come here, all of you. Some people feel I focus on them a little bit more than the others. You know where? They live all 3.5, 4 hours away in Saratoga. Put your palms together. This one is not well. They just came in this morning from this place, California. Rushed and came here. Face the audience. This one is not well. They came all the way. They come all the way. And they came to all the classes. And they are graduating today. Anika Lachman. Anjani Dayaram, where is she? Come. This is an example to people of her age in this Gurukul. She and Bahinindo and 1 or 2 other people, Rita and others, they follow me very avidly on Facebook and WhatsApp. She took and she wrote the exam. Her grandchildren laughed at her, but she took and she wrote the exam and she's graduating. Give her a big round of applause. Stand right there, Bahin Anjali. Anjali. Arti Paupia from Mauritius. Born Sanatanist, married Arya Samaj, embraced Arya Samaj. Of course, she's a university student. And she came, she learned, and she retaught the course. Aruna Ram Kelawan, an attorney from Wales, the UK, United Kingdom. Ashwin Dhirendra Lakhan, originally from Fiji, now living in Sydney, Australia. Pandit Atmanand Belpat, Bhai Bharat Bhushan, Bhai Bharat Tikram, he's an accountant, my accountant. Bhai Bharat Tikram, Pandit Bhisham Deen Dayal from Caribbean Hindu Society in London. Bhai Brian Nara Jagrup, if I'm not mistaken, a young boy of 17, Trinidad. Chetan Anthony, raise your hand, Chetan. Raise your hand high, he's now well. Chetan Anthony Lachman, Chandra Bahadur Prasad, Pandit from Trinidad. Chandrashwar Singh, an accountant, a PhD in accountancy from the Florida Arya Samaj. Chandravati Saran, born Sanatanist and working hard with the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha, coming to Gurukul. She's here listening, has learned the course, taught the course with Pandita Dhanraji, and is brilliantly shining today. Chasin Austin Lachman, Chetananand Chattu, he's from London, more originally from Mauritius. Pandit Deepak Raman, Arya Spiritual Center. Pandita Dhan Kumari Singh, Bahinindo's daughter-in-law. My Bahanoi, Dhanraj Sukraj. These people never took religious exams. Dhanraj Sukraj, 74, 75 years of age. Dhanraji, Pandita Dhanraji Hemraj, Bahin Rauti's sister-in-law. Dharamveer Siambar, Holland. Dr. Amrita Molchan, Dr. Kaushilya Prasad, Vekanan, Guyana. Dr. Meenawati Singh, Dr. Nicole Bisesar, Dr. Rajneesh Sharma, a medical doctor, would close his clinic 1 hour a day. Listen to this. Close his clinic 1 hour a day, have the patients waiting. He would attend class, and when the class is done, he opened up his clinic again. Look at these people. Look at them. Can you come live here in New Zealand? No, I can't leave New York. But in New York, people themselves are not coming. Errol Sohan Ramsarup, Trinidad. Hansraj Prasad, Trinidad. Harichan Ramu, Medex from Guyana, Canal number 2. Hema Caroline Narayan, that is their Nani. Hema Mosi. Hemati Sataram. Indira Budram, she has helped me a lot in Gurukul. She's the Dharmapatni of Bhai Daulat Ram Budram. Pandita Indrauti Buchana, she took the course, although they did this course before, they still came back. Jagdish Maharaj Haripal, my brother Jagdish Prakash, our own Pandit Jagdish Sukh, who's sitting here. Pandita Jaywanti Laknath from our spiritual center. Jashwant Heenal Datibul, I don't know, I think he's from Canada, yes. Bhai Jitendra Abhi, sitting right here from India. Pandit Jeewan Singh, Trinidad. Catherine Kumar, let me tell you, she's born Chinese. The Dharmapatni of Bhai Lavaraj Kumar, living in the South Pacific. Catherine Kumar. Kisnalal Garib, come here. Stand with them. Hurry up. All the way in Jersey. Came to all the sessions. The grandson of Bhai Bhim, son of Bahin Indira. Here he is. What grade are you in the school? 10th grade. Yes, that is Kisnalal Garib, Kiran Sundar. She too is from Auckland, South Pacific. Krishna Kumari Matadin, Canada. Lakshmi Babu Ram, very good. Mahanta Armalinda, our own Mrs. Shiv, Mahanta Armalinda. Mata Rishwa Chandra Rao, Medhavani Rao, Mokshanand Doma Bonidi, Muldev Krishna Mahato, Naveen Dubey, Navindranath Prasad, executable. Nirmala Prakash, my sister-in-law. Nirvani Singh, Padmini Prasad. Can you take it to the next page? Wow, wow. Paltain B. Dindayal, Phul Kumari Raj. This is the brother of Lavaraj Kumar's Bhauji. Prisha Bhogal, Preva Darshini Mahavir, Priyam Veda Jatan, Pandit Sachin Muthu, our own. He's right now on one of as one of the IT staff members. Pandit Surajpal Ram Jas, originally Guyana, now Sydney, Australia. When the course ended, the next Friday he said, I'm missing something. What's going on? Pandit Suraj Pal Ramjas, Pandita Tara Devi Sirkisun, South Africa, Pushpalal, Fiji, Rabindranath, he is one of our IT staff members, Pandit Radhe Ramdas, Trinidad, Pandita Radhika Gokul, originally South Africa, now Edmonton, Alberta, Dr. Raj Bhalla, Punjab, now living in White Plains, Pandit Ramesh C. Prasad, Pandit Ram Naresh Bochana, the brother of Pandit Rauti, Pandit Ravi Motilal Singh, that's Bahinindo's eldest son, Rawanji from Pakistan. Listen, Rawanji from Pakistan, and I saw him on Facebook teaching. What's wrong with you people in New York? This place is supposed, always pandemic, this place is supposed to be filled from there to there and there to there. Don't wait for the seat to be empty. It will be too late. Rawan from Pakistan. Renu Bhatia, Renuka Devi Bansi, Rishi Ram Sadhu, originally from Windsor Forest, now a Pandit in the Bronx. Pandit Ricky Rajesh Budhai, I stayed at their home when I came first. Today is a Pandit in Florida. Ritesh Ravi Singh, Bahinindo's grandson. Rukmin Gherao Pandita, she's in Schenectady right now. Ricky Rajesh Budhai's mom, Rose Bhauji, in her, or touching her early 80s. She took the course and she graduated. She used to be the Renuka when we were here in New York City. She left. Ratna Singh, I think she taught one of the courses, if I'm not mistaken. Sachin Lachman. Samadarshan Chandarao, Fiji. Sandesh Ravi Singh, Bahinindo's grandson. Sangharaj, Purmati's husband. Sati Gordeyal, Bahin, raise your hand. I commend you. Turn around, let him see you for a minute. Let me tell you, I hope I don't embarrass her. She's not in the very best of health. Give her a round of applause. She sat in the course. She took the course. She took the exam. She passed, and she's here to proudly hear her name. Satish Anand Dubey, Satyapi Gaurinath, stand up. Kaviraj, stand up. His father. His father. How old is your daddy? 62. Prakash Gaurinath, his father. Not Kavita's father. And let's continue. Satyanand Sarju, Pandit Toronto. Satyavati Ramsakal, Pandita Toronto. Shivanand, Shivanand, one of our Sanskrit 100 teachers, originally from Vietnam. Shivanand, Pandita Shobharai, Vancouver, originally Fiji. Srimati Panchu, she too is in her late 70s, perhaps touching her 80s. She's the daughter-in-law of Pandit Panchu of Maikoni Creek. Seema Ram Khelawan, Wales, the United Kingdom. Sita Ramcharan, Somwati Das, Vancouver. Sunila Sundar, she too is from Fiji, but she now lives in Washington. Sunita Sukram, where is she? Stand up. Pandita Sunita Sukram, our own. Turn around, let him see you. Give her a round of applause. She did very well. Thank you. Suraj Pal Samir, Blackbush Polder, Florida. Swami Yogeshwaranand, our own Brahmachari Yogesh. Tirande Hari Prasad, yoga teacher. Sat in Guyana, took yoga lessons, and is now moving up and down the coastal area of Guyana teaching people yoga. Tejwati Ramprasad, also a yoga teacher. The coast up and down teaching yoga. Tushar Shah, a Jain gentleman coming to Gurukul. Let me tell you, this is not only Arya Samaj, this is not only Sanatan, this is also Jain and Buddhist and black and white and Chinese and all the, we must learn to think of the whole world as being made noble, not just one segment of people, all across the globe. Who is that? Tushar Shah, Usha Devi Prasad, South Africa, Pandita, South Africa, Ushar Mulchand, that's Maras Bahanoy, David, Pandit Vidyarthi Sriram. This gentleman has come a far way, and he taught the astronomy course. He, along with Pandita Bhanu, will be teaching Sanskrit 200. Her name is coming, her name might not be coming up today, but he and Pandita Bhanu will be teaching Sanskrit 200. Vijay Lakshmi Manohar, our own, where is she? She'd come. She deserves a round of applause. Come here. Walk a little faster, please. She sat in the course. She sat. She took the exam and she passed. I'm sorry, Pandit Vikrant, I'm taking so much time, but this is the high point in my teaching career. I don't know if I will ever teach a course like this again, but I'll tell you what I have in mind. Next, our own Vikrant Ahuja, Pandit Vikrant Arya, not Ahuja, Pandit Vikrant Arya, originally from Amritsar, somewhere in Punjab, but living now in Detroit. My nephew, Vineet Raj, Pandit Ramesh Chandrapal from Leonora is saying, Namaste Guruji, very impressive, God bless you, I have to leave, he has to leave. But where are we? Vikrant Ahuja, Vinita Ram Khilawan, an attorney, a qualified attorney living in Wales, the United Kingdom. Vishekha Singh, originally, she's living in South Africa. Pandit Yogeshwar Narayan, his mother-in-law is here. Stand up, Bahin. This is the mother, and turn around, let them see you. Give a round of applause for this. Yes. And our own Pandit Yudhishthir, come over here. Pandit Yudhishthir Harindranath. This is Raju's Mamu, not Amrita's Mamu. Give him where are you? Stand up. Give him a round of applause. Pandit Vikrant, am I missing any names?
No, those are all the names that were on the list.
Some people, now let me tell you, these four, their names are not on. And you know why? We are graduating them in anticipation of them submitting their tests. They were in California. Pandita Leani also couldn't write the test, but she has promised. But wait, Padmini Prasad's name is not here. Yes, it is. Padmini, where are you? Did I call your name? Come stand up there. I commend you. You know how she signs her name now? Pandita Padmini. She sent me. She disputed some of the answers, and she's right. And she signed her name Pandita Padmini. I don't go to perform people's Hawans anymore. I may make an exception here and there. These are some of the people you now have to call. Amrita went to do a wedding the other day, and a Hawan. I don't know where she's been going. He went with Pandita Sunita. Come, Pandita Sunita, stand with them there. Ever since Pandita Atmanan left and people have been calling me, Jago, go stand up there. Hurry up. You're forgetting Amrita. Amrita, I already called her name. These are just some. Call them now. You have funerals? I'm not coming. One reason being they make too many jokes at the funerals. I can't tolerate that anymore. There are certain things about the way we do things, and I don't want to fight with people at this point in time. Bhaijai, why is your name not here? Did you write the written exam? Oh, that's your name. Okay, very good. I hope we're not missing anybody's name. But let me tell you, these are four of the entire lot of people. I don't do weddings. I don't like what happens in weddings. I don't like the dancing bride. Now brides, when they used to come with solemnity, now they dance. And the groom drinks a few shots. And I can't do weddings like that. But I don't want to fight with people. But my training in India did not allow me, or would not allow me to do that. So I withdrew from weddings. If you can prove to me that your wedding will have cultural, traditional class and standards, perhaps I may say, yes, I'll come. And funeral, If I'm not in charge of navigating the funeral, I would not allow a civilian to do it. They don't know how to do it. Oh, thank you, Aja, for taking us to eat, what's the name of the bread with the meat inside at KFC? Burger. Thank you for taking us, Aja, to eat beef burgers at KFC. Aja, remember the beef burger. I can't take that. Can't. That's not my style. I'll stay right here with 5 people and run the Gurukul. Right here. And the one in Guyana. And those 5 will be clean. I can't take 200 people. So I thank all of you. Today Gurukul shines. And in Gurukul shining, Arya Samaj, Rishi Dayanand, and Ved, they all shine. Chitra, can you please call the names of all, by Ravinath, I don't know if we are coming to an end, but at one point in time, I would like to acknowledge all those who worked with Chitra, Mala and Chitra. And Mala worked late in the nights because she's right now in Macedonia. And when you submitted, some people submitted their exams very late. But compassionate as we are, we would have taken you off the list. But we like to be compassionate. But we Hindu people don't know what academic discipline is. If they tell you to submit your exam by so-and-so time, you should, because we need time to score the exam. But you know what? This is second graduation. Next time, no, I'm not talking about them. They had an emergency in California. No, I'm not talking about them. Submit your exams in time so we can get the scores in time. Mala worked very late. Chitra worked very late. And told, can you please, if Pandit Rabinath will allow me, I need the names of all those who worked behind the curtains to make today possible. Tell me their names.
Yes, Guruji. A moment before we go there, may I please
Yes.
ask Behan Arti Sapir to come back on?
I'm sorry?
There is one name missing from Behan Arti Sapir Mauritius Sanskrit class that she has to read one more name. May I please ask her to come back on screen?
Okay, go ahead, Arti, read the names that are missing.
Thank you, Chitraji. Thank you, Guruji. She is Srimati Anju Devi Kisun from Sanskrit 100 Mauritius. Thank you. Congratulations to her.
So that was a missing name, right, Chitra?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I need the names, and I'm going to call the names over here. Raju, bring out everybody from that room along with yourself and Avinda and bring them here. Put on the lights. I would like to acknowledge the names of all those who worked with us today to make it a reality. And please ensure I call the name of Avinash Meshi. Bring them out. Put on the lights and bring them out. Come, Avinda, come, son.
I think we have another course.
Yes, go ahead. Let me hear you.
By the grant, we have one more course. Yeah.
Yes, there's one more. There's the.
Oh, there's another course. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, Guruji, if you may, we'll go through the next course and then we'll give it to you to end and you can talk as well.
Go ahead.
And so the next course we had was the yoga philosophy. Oops. Sorry, I lost that slide here. Let me get there quickly. It was a yoga philosophy and psychology and therapy course, and it was taught by Dr. Neeraj Arya and Pandit Sachin Muttu, who's here with us. So I will ask either Dr. Neeraj Arya or Pandit Sachinji if you can please read the names of the graduating students from the Yoga, Philosophy, Psychology, and Therapy class, please.
Dr. Neeraj, are you there? Dr. Neeraj, are you there?
I am here.
Please read the names. Read half of the names and let Pandit Sachin read the other half of the names.
Dr. Neeraj might be having connectivity.
Dr. Neeraj, you have connectivity problems?
Hi, Sachin, please start.
Sachin, read half of the names.
Namaste, Guruji. Thank you very much. And under the astute guidance of Dr. Satish Prakash Guruji and under instructions from Dr. Neeraj and myself, here are the graduating students for yoga therapy, psychology, and philosophy. Bahin Devani Singh, Pandita Dhanraji Hevraj, Dr. Kaushalya Prasad, Dr. Pandita Nicole Pisesar, Bahin Geeta Ramjatan, Manshu Ranjan, Bahin Lakshmi Baburam, Pandit Bharat Singh. Will Bhai Neeraj, are you able to read the remaining names, please? Guruji, I may continue. It seems that.
Yeah, but you're missing Janita Kemraj. You're missing Janita Kemraj.
I did mention that. I'm going to proceed with the remaining names.
Go ahead.
From Pandit Bharat Singh, Bahin Renu Bhatia, Bahin Renu Siru, Bhai Reshiram Sadhu, Bahin Sandra Ramphal Herman, Bhai was an IT specialist. He didn't take the test. Varanan, and Bahin Tejvati Ramprasad.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations and thank all of you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anything else, Pandit Vikrant?
No, Guruji, that is it.
So can Chitra please read me a list of names of all those, make sure you don't miss a name, of all those who worked in the background to put the brochure together and to do other things to make today possible. And here Raju will bring all those out and line them up here. Raju, please bring them all out.
Guruji, on this end, we have Bhai Vikrantji, who we've seen on screen. We have Bhai Rabinatji, who we've seen on screen. And then we have Pandit Bhai Sachin Mutu, Bahin Mala, my own sister-in-law, and myself, Chitra Singh.
Anyone else? Okay, all of you boys in that streaming video, step out. They came early. Stand properly. Raju, come stand up here. Avinda will leave us next week. He wouldn't come back. Come here, Avinda. Please come. It's okay. I know you're not dressed, but that's okay. Come, son. Go over there, Raju. Let me tell you, if we don't have voice and audio, we are sitting ducks. I asked Avinda to come today because all last week I'm getting calls. We can't hear your mic. We can't hear your mic. We can't hear your mic. This is outside of Raju's PA system that's in there. So he sat in there and we were told, was it the gain button that was not pressed? The settings inside. Did you set it? Will it go bad next week? Young man, what's his name? Sneeko, do you know how to fix it now? Would they hear me from today? So you know what to do. Deva, you know what to do. Raju, I want you to know what to do. In the event they go to a birthday party next week, you know what to do because I know you're going to come every week. Do you know what to do? Okay, one sad thing, this was not charged last week. And we had a little challenge this week. Can you show me, put that thing here, I will charge it myself? That, whatever you call the holder. All right, that being said, go back. And next week you wear a kurta, Avinda. All right, that being said, I thank all of you very, very much. Can you, all of you please stand? I want that picture back of Rishi Dayananda up in front. Stand, all of you. Bring that picture. Go for me, and Rohan and come on, all of you who help Ajay, and bring that picture. Clasp your palms. We're doing homage and veneration to Rishi Dayananda Saraswati. Dayananda ki jai, Dayananda jai. Lift that picture for me, please. That big portrait. Hold a minute. That big picture. I'm glad we haven't gone over time. Bahin Sati, I'm just taking you as an example. Did you get your certificate online? Did they send your certificate electronically? Oh, you didn't check. Okay. Let me ask. Sunita, did you get your certificate online? You did not. All right. Thank you, Raju. Since this one is coming, we'll put both. What happened? Bring it. Put your palms together. All of you who feel the inclination to bow to this picture 2 feet apart, if you want to, the freedom is yours. This is not Murti Puja. This is offering homage and veneration to Rishi Dayananda Saraswati. Why is it taking you all so long? Bring it. All of you play your tabla. In fact, Miteshwar didn't get the mic. Did he get the mic for one? You did? Okay, all of you play. Okay, just keep it right there. Okay. Raju, come give them the beat. Yogesh, you go hold that picture and let Dara Raju come here. All of you who feel the inclination to stand 2 feet apart, and look at me, bow to this picture this way. The freedom is yours. Some of you may come to this one, some of you may go to that one. Dayanand ki jai, Dayanand jai ho. Dayanand ki jai, Dayanand jai ho. Dayanand ki jai, Dayanand jai ho. अबोध अंधेर मचा जग में था, अबोध अंधेर मचा जग में था, प्रकाशक ज्योति, प्रकाशक ज्योति, दयानंद जय हो, दयानंद की जय, दयानंद। Rishi, bring the picture up in front more. Bring up the picture. Right there. अधर्म अनर्थ घिरा भवय था, अधर्म अनर्थ घिरा भवय था, प्रचारक धर्म, प्रचारक धर्म, दयानंद जय हो। Can you go to any and everyone and 6 feet apart you say namaste to any and everyone? Go to anyone you know and go this way and bow and say namaste. Jai Jagadish.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विनशे मन का ओ स्वामी दुख विनशे मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो किसकी ओ स्वामी शरण गहो किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आस करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी ओ स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा ओ स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे
Angelo Hall. Hold the arti.
जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे
Hold with the arti. Hold one hand. Hold one hand.
जय जगदीश हरे
Om Jai
जगदीश हरे
Hold with the arti.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे
Let's pray for peace. I'm holding the arti because I'm asking for a very special donation today, and we're going to take it to Guyana. We'll take this to Guyana. So if you've given and given a small amount, please give back something. We need it badly in Guyana, real badly. Om Dyoh Shantirantariksham
शांति
Prithvi
शांति
Rapaha
शांति
Roshadhayaha
शांति
Vanaspatayaha
शांति
Vishvedevaha
शांति
Brahma
शांति
Sarvam
शांति
Shantireva
शांति
Sama
शांति
Shanti
रेधि
Om Shanti
शांति शांति
Raise your hand, all of you. All of you in all countries, raise your hand. प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की
जय
प्रेम से बोलो ऋषि दयानंद की
जय
श्री रामचंद्र की
जय
श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की
जय
ब्रह्म ऋषि स्वामी विरजानंद की
जय
प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य
सनातन
सनातन
धर्म
धर्म
की
की
जय
Now, before I shut the system down, listen carefully, all of you. Please send me a 2-line WhatsApp note on if there is any way we have lapsed in the presentation of today's program, or if there is anything we have done that you appreciate, whatever good and bad you saw in today's program, would you please give me, please, brother, we have more than 150 people in line, would you please give me a note on WhatsApp? Now, artists coming around, I would like everybody to give something substantial, and we will count it, and we'll take it to Guyana. Please, if you have given a small amount, please give something more. All of you on stage would be required to also give. If you have something, please give it to us. Amriti, please give us a little bit. All of you, take out a little bit, Kavita, and give us a little. Go now, collect everybody. Please go around. If you haven't given enough, you may give a little extra. Thank you very much. Now, Didi Renuka, where is the prasad for today? Okay, on your way out, please take your prasad after you have given down.
Namaste to all of you. I just want to remind you, we have our annual concert on October 30th at 5 p.m. Downstairs right here at Gurukul. Please join with the others and buy a ticket. It's only $10. And we have a lovely program for you. Thank you.
While the arty is being collected by BPAT from the Samaj USA, would like to take a minute to say something important. Did you want to say something? Everybody please sit, don't go. Everybody please sit behind Renuka. One of our leaders would like for all of you to be seated. By BPAT, where are you? Okay, he's going to take a minute to say something. Come over this side. Please listen carefully, listen respectfully when somebody speaks. Go ahead.
Namaste to everyone. I retired 4 years ago and I went on a research, 4 years, and I finished that. I have copies here of a summary of it. The book will come out later. It's entitled The Civilization and Way of Life of 2.5 Billion Hindus. Hindus here is talking about the continent, Hindu Varta. Swami Dayananda told us about Arya Varta. The Aryans came from there. Here I'm saying the Hindus, 2.5 billion, 33% is coming from Hindu Varta, which is the modern name for Arya Varta. Before you go, you can take a copy. It's two different copies, but they have the summary of the book on both. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bhai Bipaji. And Didi Renuka wants to say something. Is the RT all collected? If you have not yet given, please give something. We're going to do a counting and we'll send it to Ghana. Thank you very much. That being said, Didi Renuka, where's our prasad for today? All right, Didi Renuka, are they ready to leave? Are these people ready to leave? Oh, concert tickets. So is Sunita coming around? Or Vijay Manohar coming around? Yes, go around, but it needs to be more than, listen. That's not the way to do it. Didi Renuka, you need 2 more people. The crowd is a little large today. 2 people would not be enough. Sunita, can you please join with them? Where is Sunita? She left. Well, Didi, somebody else needs to go around with them. Let Indra, Bim go around with them. 2 people would not be enough. You can't get through. Then you have to have more people. Indira, Jersey, can you give them a helping hand? Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Dhanyavad. Bahina Hilya, can you help them? Take your goodies before you go. And to our internet audience, we say thank you. And same time, same place. See you next week. I'm now going to end the program. Namaste. I'll end Zoom. Namaste.